happened on Thursday, 2023. We only have five games. Let's get into it. The first game is this game is special. This game was in Paris, and both teams traveled to it, so they only got one game. Both teams got one game this week. The Bulls and the Pistons. Bulls got the win. So I don't know how the scheduling works. So does this game count as a home game for one of the teams or both teams, right? Because supposedly you're supposed to have 41 home games and 41 road games. So I don't know how this count. Whose home team is it? Anyway, the Bulls got the win 126-108. From the NBA.com, they list Detroit. This is Detroit's home game. DeMar DeRozan came back. Great. What a line. 26 points. He doesn't really shoot threes, but 26 points, 9 rebounds, 8 for 8 from the free throw line, 5 assists, 2 steals and block. He's been really, really good. And on the season, he's actually the 22nd ranked player. Crazy good this year. And, ever since he got traded to the Spurs, we thought, hey, because when he was on the Raptors, he's barely a top 40, 50 player. But since he got traded to the Spurs and now he's on the Bulls, he's just been really good in fantasy too, in real life as well. Patrick Williams provided some defensive stats, kind of expected when he played Detroit. Alex Russo came off the bench, had 4 steals and three blocks. Yeah, he's a streamer when everybody's healthy for defensive stats. Nikola Vucevic had 16 points and 15 rebounds with 6 assists. Yeah, great game all around. Zach LaVine, same thing, another 30-point game. Zach LaVine started off the season kind of slow. In the last couple of weeks, he has been good. 44th ranked player. I think he can maybe even move up into that top 40, top 35 if he can continue playing the way he's been playing lately. Deep Peterson, he was dealing with some injuries, so it's fine. And then we look at the Detroit Pistons and Caruso. I don't really mind streaming him. He, especially when they're playing, a team like the Rockets, right? You need some defensive stats, no brainer. But if they play Denver, who Jokic have the ball all the time, Caruso may not get as many steals opportunities as he would have versus Detroit. For Detroit, they finally got Jalen Duren back. I think if he's out there on the waiver wire, I don't mind rostering him. His first game back, so he only played 18 minutes. I think eventually he's going to start again. And 18 minutes is really good. 12 points, 12 rebounds, is still in 2 blocks, 11 points. And Isaiah Store 1 for 10. He doesn't have any games rest of the week, but next week, let's say if you need some rebound, I don't mind grabbing him because he could still start for a couple more games. We don't know. Jaden Ivey had 16 points, but again, the turnover is a big issue. And efficiency was okay this game. And Killian Hayes went 2 for 13 with 4 turnovers, but 8 assists and 2 steals is really nice. I like Killian Hayes way more than Jaden Ivey in category leagues. The assists, the steals are real nice. Jaden Ivey in points league it's okay to have him, but in category leagues, if you're not punting 2 out of the 3 efficiency categories, as in field goal, free throw, and turnovers, it's hard to hold him. He provides some scoring, but not huge. Some rebound, but not huge. Some assists is nice, but not huge. Bogdanovic continues to, whenever he's healthy, he's playing, he put up numbers, 25 points and 5 rebounds with 3 threes, and Sadiq Bey. Let's see what's going to happen with him, because he's been coming off the bench with Jalen Duren starting at the center spot. So let's see what happens in the next couple weeks, next couple games. The next game is not wild, but game went overtime. Celtics got the win. It's good because every time they play the Warriors, I think they played them earlier this season as well. Tatum had a horrible game. So it's good to just mentally get a win over them. Tatum offensively had another horrible game as well, but it's important to mentally hey, we can beat this. I could have a good game. So if this team again, who knows if they meet in the finals again, right? They'll be more confident for the Celtics. Klay Thompson has been playing well. Another great game, 24 points with 4 threes, and provided some defensive stats as well, 2 steals and block. Wiggins still struggled from the field, but before he got hurt, he was like a top 25 player. So he was struggling since coming back, and he's still the 40th ranked player on the season. Only played 28 games. Yeah. One of the best games, to be honest, since he came back. 1 steal and 4 blocks. Struggling from the free throw line, but that's just him. And the starting lineup is actually Draymond Green starting at the center. They started Jordan Poole. Draymond 13 rebounds, 9 assists, and a steal. Not bad, but just give us more defensive stats. 13 rebounds, 9 assists is really good. That means when he's trying. And also starting at the center helps him getting more rebounds. Jordan Poole, yep, 24 points. I think we gotta try to sell Jordan Poole high because it's not every game he gets to start. It's not every game he gets to play 43 minutes. When both Clay and Curry are healthy, they are more likely or not he's gonna come off the bench. And some nights he could have really good nights. Some nights he could have really bad nights. He's inconsistent. So try to sell him if you can. And on the season, where's Poole's rank? Wow, that would be kind of hard. He's 154th ranked player. 21 points is good. 2.6 threes is good, but everything else is really not a lot of defensive stats, low field goal. And his free throw this year is not still great, 87%, but last year was like 92, 93, so that makes a little bit difference as well. And one big thing, he's averaging 3.4 turnovers. He's turning the ball over like crazy, troubles, throwing the ball away. So something to think about. Like he put up nice numbers, but in category leagues, he's not as nice as he seems. Steph Curry, 29 points, great. Struggled from the field as well, but did hit 6 threes, 7 assists, and 3 steals, and 2 blocks as well. He had a crazy, at the end of the second quarter, had a steal on Tatum and put up a, I don't know, 10 foot beyond the half court and swishes it. So crazy. For the Celtics, Tatum played 48 minutes. My God, I didn't realize. I mean, the whole game is 53, so he got 5 minutes of rest. So he must be exhausted toward the end. But other than field goal, it was a great line. 12 for 12 on the free throw line, 19 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals. He's also going for the MVP, right? The Celtics are, number 1 in the East. So he's got to continue to put up numbers. I really like, it was surprising how Tatum's been playing with this year, 7th ranked player. Really good stuff. Al Horford played 37 minutes, had 3 blocks, 10 rebounds, and two threes. Nice, 20 points, right? He's going to get a lot of open looks from 3, right? Because teams just leaving him open out there. Robert Williams also a great game. That's kind of expected versus a small Warrior lineup. 14 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 of them being offensive. No blocks, unfortunately. Jaylen Brown had 16 points. Yeah, I mean, it's his first or second game back from injury, so give him some time. No worries, and they still got the win. And Marcus Smart had 4 assists and 3 steals. A great game from Marcus Smart as well. And Malcolm Brogdon, for whatever reason, Derrick White only played 17 minutes. He did have 3 fouls, but Brogdon played a lot. 14 points, 3 threes, a steal, and a block. Great game from him. But I probably on most nights, Derrick White gets more minutes. And this game, they started Robert Williams and Horford together. So let's see what's the lineup going to be moving forward. Are they going to start both of them? It could be matchup based. The next game is the Raptors and the Timberwolves. Timberwolves beat the Raptors 120 and 126. OG Anunoby, just 1 steal and a block, 3 threes, not bad. Scotty Barnes has, woken up just a little bit. 29 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists with 2 steals. And lately, his efficiency has been okay. And on the season, Scotty is he's not that bad. 70th ranked player. Despite shooting 75% from the field, and field goal 46%, is okay. It's average, slightly below average. But providing 1.1 steals and 0.8 blocks with 7.2 rebounds and 4.7 assists. Yeah, he's kind of like Emperor Şengün, Jeremiah Green type of player, where the peripheral stats, they got a lot of peripheral stats, but got some efficiency issues and some issues in the other areas. But overall, not bad. I thought he would be worse than 70th ranked. Evan Mobley is actually ranked below him at the moment in category leagues. Crazy. Siakam played 40, 13 points, 9 assists, and 7 rebounds, and a block. Not the worst game yet. Fred VanVleet also, who's been struggling the last week or two. He's been, something clicked. and he's been playing super well, and he's come all the way up to the 21st ranked player. Wow. If he finished there, it's totally fine. Despite how bad he was playing, in the beginning of the part of the season, 25 points, 10 assists, 2 steals and a block, 4 3, 7 for 7 from the free throw line, and efficient from the field. But too bad they couldn't get the win. Gary Trent, who's been starting, 2 steals and block, 2 threes, great. There were worries that because he was coming off the bench getting 20 minutes, but now it's back to normal. Now he's starting and getting the minutes. And for the Timberwolves, as long as Rudy Gobert was out, Naz Reid is a must roster. Had a little bit of foul trouble, played 22 minutes, but 7 rebounds, 2 steals and a block. Not bad. We have to roster him. Anthony Edwards, 11 for 12 from the free throw line is really good. 3 steals, 23 points. Yeah, the defensive stats keep coming in. To be honest, him and D'Lo, as I said many times, they're both a bit sell high before Cat comes back. Especially D'Lo. The D'Lo's value could really fluctuate a lot. I mean, things in with Anthony Edwards, but at least Anthony Edwards is more established on the team. D'Lo is actually the 67th ranked player on this year, averaging 17 points, 2.4 threes, and 6 assists with 1 steal. Yeah, I'll try to sell him. If I can do a 2-for-1 to get a top 40 player, 100% or top 50 player. Kyle Anderson, also a must roster, but it will be hard to sell him. He's been unbelievable. I'm really curious in the last 2 weeks. Whereas Kyle Anderson's 22nd ranked player. Yeah, it's been on. Try to sell him. You have to try, because when Cat comes back, he's not gonna get close to 25, maybe 20 minutes a game. Jaden McDaniels, 18 points, a steal and a block, not bad for threes. Because when Cat comes back, they're gonna start Jaden McDaniels, not Kyle Anderson. All right, let's go to the next game. This game is a bit wild. The Brooklyn Nets lost to the Phoenix Suns, and they were down 24 points at one point. They came back. Kyrie had 4 points at the half. He finished with 30. Overall, I mean, shot 40%, took 27 field goals. They kind of need his scoring a little bit, but yeah. The Nets obviously going to struggle without KD, but this is a great game from Kyrie. Added 7 rebounds, 7 assists with 4 steals and 2 blocks. Really great, all-around great game in terms of fantasy. Claxton continues to dominate. 2 for 6 from the free throw line. Yep, if you have him, you gotta punt free throws. 11 rebounds, a steal, and 3 blocks is great with 5 personal fouls. Royce O'Neal, I think he's a must roster. He is a must roster. He didn't play so well, but all season he's proven. And Joe Harris did not miss a shot. Damn, they need to look for him more. Did not miss a shot, hit 4 threes. He's a 3-point streamer. Same thing with Seth Curry, who played more minutes. Both guys play super well. 6 for 10, 4 for 5. But Seth Curry especially could be a liability on defense. And Ben Simmons only played 18 minutes. I think he got ejected. I wouldn't be too worried. I guess that's why Seth Curry got a few extra minutes. But if your backcourt is Kyrie Irving and Seth Curry, you're just gonna get cooked on the defensive end. For the Phoenix Suns, great. I mean, anytime CP3, Booker, they're out, they get a win. They take it. Damian Lee is a must stream, must roster. I think at the moment. Where's Landry Shaman? Is he out again? He hasn't been back. I think we could also think about picking up Cameron Johnson, who only played 22 minutes. It's going to take him maybe weeks to ramp up, to get up the minutes. But once he ramps up, he can contribute a lot. He can hit a lot of threes. He's really efficient. Can get some rebound and some defensive stats. Could be a realistic top 50, 60 player, playing 30 minutes a night. So he's a must roster, I think. If he's out there on the waiver wire, let's go grab him. Mikal Bridges, meanwhile, with all the guys out, he has to do some scoring. Same thing with Ayton. Good to see. If Booker is out, if CP3 is out, Ayton, you got to take 20 field goals, yes. But couldn't hit his free throws. Dario Saric played 8 minutes. Yeah, they realized he was getting cooked, had 3 fouls, only gave him 18. But yeah, Cameron Johnson is a must roster. And Damian Lee and Torrey Craig, these are the guys that we like to stream. Last game of the night, the Sixers, low scoring game. You would expect it higher. considers Portland 105, 95. Joel Embiid 32. Yeah, I mean it's almost a lock that Joel gets 30 points, and Harden and Joel they just smashing really well. Harden has 14 points, like 14 assists again. The assist has been coming like crazy for Harden, and 10 rebounds, 16 points. Great stuff. When he's assisting this much, yeah, his scoring is gonna dip, and no defensive stats this game. DeAnthony Melton still played 30 minutes. Tyrese Maxey is coming off the bench. This is just weird stuff. If Melton's getting 30 minutes a night, I think we still have to roster him. Peter Tucker did not take a shot, and Tobias Harris had 11 points and 7 rebounds. Yeah, not overall not bad. But if you got Melton, it's totally fine to hold on to him. And if he's out on the waiver wire, I would also grab him if I'm in a category league. The defensive stats are really, really valuable. And last team of the night, the Portland Trail Blazers. Yep, Nurkic is gonna have trouble. Had 5 personal fouls, and went 2 for 10, but did have 5 offensive rebounds. He's gonna be fine versus most centers in the NBA. Damian Lillard also struggled. Wow, is Melton that good of a defender? Did a really good job on him. Maybe just a bad night, because Damian Lillard has been on the tier. He still had 25 points, which is not bad, 10 for 10, but he's been scoring 40, 50, 35, 40, right, last 2 weeks. So still had 11 assists with 2 steals. Wow, still a very good game, 2 steals and 2 blocks. Fernie Simons with 2 3, 16 points. Jeremy Grant had 24 points. Josh Hart, all the Portland now is kind of like the Toronto Raptors. They are just giving the starters all the minutes they can handle, and the bench guy, they don't really have any value. Nobody really have any streaming value, to be honest. I wouldn't want to stream Drew Eubanks or Nassar Little, Jabari Walker. I thought it was Jabari Parker, Sheldon Sharp. Yeah, nobody's really even worth streaming. And that's it, guys. I'll see you next time.